Hello, everybody. How's everyone doing? Hi, I'm Arthur. I'm back in Planet Coaster. I haven't played or recorded this in a while. I've played it too much, to be honest. Not too much, but a lot. Yeah, I did a Planet Coaster series a while back. I never really finished it. Kind of bit off more than I could chew, to be honest. I tried to build a giant, like, pirate kind of Caribbean park, which you may have seen. I never finished it because it was just all the plans in my head. I just kind of, it was very daunting. So I might go back to it sometime. I don't know. Depends. Especially with this new adventure DLC that Planet Coaster has released. It's incredible. I love it. Lots of cool things in it. Crocodiles, hippos. Anyway, but yeah, one of my favorite parts, I should say, about the DLC are these temple blocks which don't snap to the grid, and they're like really great size. Like there's a 1x1, or yeah, I guess it's really 2x2, etc, etc. So you see me here putting together, making certain blocks because I see blocks and I go, oh, let's play with blocks. Don't use any of the incredible stuff that they've done to build like a temple or anything. No, basically make wooden building blocks and play with those in a computer game. Yeah, so you see me here making the various sets, which was pretty easy until I get to this point, which that little arch piece that's very iconic in wooden block sets, very difficult to make. So I had to basically use a bunch of little blocks. And if I say blocks one more time, should I get a block counter up on the screen? Screen. Wow. You can tell I haven't done a voiceover in a while. Anyway, so yeah, I made that as you see here, and then I make sure they're all lined up to the grid, and that plays later when I essentially start building with the blocks. Right now I'm just kind of doing the pre-work and making various pieces that I might need. This is when I start coloring the blocks up in the colors that I think would be fun, kind of that iconic color scheme. But anyway, yes, Planet Coaster, one of my favorite games. I think I'm almost at like 1,000 hours, I'm trying to say. And I had it a little over a year. I don't know, I'm really garbage at the whole coaster thing. If you've seen some of my other stuff, I'm just not good. But anyway, with that ridiculous slide wipe transition, you see me here working on a coaster, which, story behind this, I'm really bad at coasters, so I asked somebody who kind of knows what they're talking about, that's Micro Joe, to make me a coaster that I could use as kind of the centerpiece of this park. So huge shout out to Micro Joe. Thank you very much, pal. I appreciate it, because I'm just so bad at coaster building. I try. If you've seen the Dwarven Monastery thing on the workshop, or the Plan Cove Showcase channel actually recently featured, which those guys are doing awesome work. I'll link them in the description too, along with Micro Joe's channel, because kudos to those guys. But yeah, I'm bad at coasters. I'm trying to get better, and then I make something and it's just not good. I can only do the creative thing. But anyway. So right here, I'm like I said before, I snapped everything to the grid so that I could easily just grab them and place them and just basically build with toy blocks. I'm like living out. Well, I guess I kind of had blocks like this when I was a kid, but not really. I had a lot of Lego. The problem with Lego though is they're always part like of a set. I never had just like the true building set. Where it's just basic blocks. I always had like the Star Wars sets and the like adventuring sets. Anyway, but yeah, these I'm just rambling. How's that? I mean, who's still watching this? Anyway. Okay, so the idea is Micro Joe built this awesome coaster. I know nothing about specific types. Maybe I'll have him explain it to me, and I'll explain that in the next voiceover, or later on in maybe the POV. There we go. Boom. I'll write that down now. Anyway, so Micro Joe built this really cool coaster. It's very nice. I recolored it and it made it look even ugly, or uglier, I should say, not even. Yeah. And right now I'm just building the coaster station around it, which is going to kind of act as the center focal point of the whole park. Kind of a castle theme. But yes, and then my idea going forward is kind of building a few other little restaurants, maybe like a food court area, and some stuff kind of interlaced around this coaster, so you kind of have something to look at while you're flying by really fast on this coaster. But yeah, anyway, so that's kind of my really horrible, drawn out, rambly intro to the series. I might just let you be. Watch this stuff, whatever. I got some really obnoxious kiddo music playing in the background, so enjoy that, and I might pop in a little bit later. Alright, so at this point I'm starting to kind of decorate the queue. I've got the major structure of the, I guess the castle done. So I'm kind of building this little secondary area for the winding queue. You'll notice that for most of this, like especially when I'm filling in the bottom part of the coaster, kind of building the foundation, or the coaster station, the foundation, I'm making up new blocks just to kind of fill in and piece in where I need it to be. Micro Joe made a very amazing kind of lift hill here, and I wanted to make sure I didn't obstruct the view of it from sitting in the car getting ready to take off, because I feel like it's really nice to build some anticipation for the riders, because it is quite the lift hill. So here I just kind of topple over part of the block building, so it kind of helps to frame it a little bit better. And it also, makes it look more playful, because it's, they're toys. They should be messy, and they're always all over the place. Alright, so I'm kind of framing out the entrance to the queue. Really choppy slow-mo there, kind of a zoom out of the whole thing, but that wraps up the first episode in the Block Castle. See you next time when I don't know what I do. Maybe I start framing out the castle a little bit, maybe theme the coaster. Who knows? Anyway, thanks for watching.